Michigan J. Frog became the WB mascot, but was then killed off for being racist.
The character of Michigan J. Frog first appeared in a 1955 short called One Froggy Evening, in which a construction worker discovers a frog can sing and dance in ragtime style. The man tries to exploit the frog by attempting to make money off his unusual talents, but fails after the frog gets apparent stage fright around other people. 40 years later, the special frog became the mascot. Many people criticized the character, claiming his depiction as a ragtime performer made him a symbol of vaudeville minstrel shows. Going all the way back to 1842, minstrel shows featured performers wearing blackface, dehumanizing black people, and supporting degrading stereotypes in the process. After getting a lot of backlash, the WB decided they didn't want such a controversial mascot and announced Michigan's death. However, he didn't completely disappear until the station shut down a year later.
Speedy Gonzales was created to be a stereotype, but was instead embraced.
Speedy Gonzales starred in his first cartoon in 1953's Cattails for Two and was actually created to be a stereotype. He said random Spanish words in a stereotypical Mexican accent and dressed in a large sombrero. As can be seen in 1957's Tabasco Road, Speedy's Mexican relatives and friends are depicted as drunks and lazy mice, supporting a negative stereotype. In 1999, Speedy's cartoons were deemed racially offensive towards Latinos and were banned from Cartoon Network. However, Latino fans demanded he be put back on the air. Instead of being offended, they took pride in the fact he was able to triumph over more popular characters like Daffy Duck and Sylvester. Speedy was brought back to television in 2002 and continues to be a popular cartoon character in Latin America.
Bosko was an offensive minstrel character who was literally made of black ink.
Although Bosko could maybe be considered the predecessor of Animaniacs Yakko, Wacko, and Dot, creator Hugh Harman copyrighted the character in 1928 as a Negro boy. He spoke with a southern dialect and was modeled after vaudeville and minstrel show blackface performers. Bosko starred in Bosko, the Talking Kid in 1929, where he came to life on an animator's page and engaged in some stereotypical minstrel song and dance behavior before being poured back into the bottle. Apparently, Bosko is literally made of ink. In the early 1930s, Harman and his partner left Warner Brothers and took Bosko to MGM, where he briefly became a human character before being totally scrapped.
Bugs Bunny humiliates and defames Native Americans.
In 1948's A Feather in His Hair, Bugs Bunny's hunter opponent and bad guy is a Native American. He has a target painted on his belly and speaks in racially offensive broken English, using words like huntum. Bugs calls his opponent names like Hiawatha and Geronimo and, as usual, outsmarts the bad guy with his usual gags. The Native American character is portrayed as slow-witted, even falling for Bugs turning a trick, scalp the rabbit around on himself. This cartoon was seen by many as offensive to Native Americans and was banned from rebroadcast in 2001.
Bugs Bunny disguises himself as a slave to evade Yosemite Sam.
Bugs Bunny disguises himself as a slave to evade Yosemite Sam. In many cartoons, black people only want to dance, play music, and gamble. Bugs Bunny makes racial slurs against highly offensive Japanese characters. A slow-minded hunter wearing blackface is outwitted by Bugs Bunny. A slow-minded hunter wearing blackface is outwitted by Bugs Bunny. Pacific Islanders and Native Africans are portrayed as dumb savages. 1938's The Isle of Pingo Pongo uses a parody of a travel documentary to introduce viewers to a fictional South Seas island. Unfortunately, the islanders are all racist depictions of stereotypical natives with extremely dark skin, enormous lips, and odd-shaped heads. Also released that year was the Merry Melodies short, Jungle Jitters, in which a dog-like traveling salesman knocks on the door of a group of African cannibals under the rulership of a skinny white lady. Like the islanders of Pingo Pongo, the natives have large lips, speak primitive gibberish, and apparently keep in shape by using their nose rings as a jump rope. Both of these shorts were added to the Censored 11 in 1968. A character named Uncle Tom reinforced black stereotypes in a highly offensive fashion. A short-lived Looney Tunes character named Uncle Tom made his debut in the 1931 Merry Melodies short, Hittin' the Trail for Hallelujah Land. In a not-so-subtle rip-off of Walt Disney's Steamboat Willie, a singing steamboat sails down the river carrying musicians in blackface while stereotypically superstitious Uncle Tom has a run-in with cemetery skeletons. Tom reappeared in the 1937 Merry Melodies short, Uncle Tom's Bungalow, a parody of Uncle Tom's Cabin stuffed full of stereotypical black characters. The cringeworthiness hits a peak as Tom is about to be whipped by the evil white villain and proudly proclaims, "My bottom might belong to you, but my soul belongs to Warner Brothers." Both of these shorts are part of the Censored 11 and were banned in 1968 by the studio.
They made a racist version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
They made a racist version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Sambo is a man in blackface who is shown as comically dumb, slow in a highly offensive fashion.
Sambo is a man in blackface who is shown as comically dumb, slow in a highly offensive fashion.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.